Hello friends, welcome back to Gemma. I'm Ima and this is your weekly digest on everything that is new and exciting in the world of AI and robotics. This week is a big one. We're talking about ChatGPT getting a major upgrade to become your personal assistant, robots learning to be self-aware, and a new AI company raising a mind-blowing amount of money. If you love staying one step ahead, do me a quick favor, smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss a drop. Alright, let's get into it. First up, OpenAI is turning ChatGPT from a simple chatbot into a real-life assistant. They've just launched a new Agent Mode for Pro, Plus, and Teen users. Now, what does that mean? You know how you might ask ChatGPT to plan a vacation and it gives you a great itinerary, but then you have to do all the work of booking the flights, checking hotels, and finding restaurants. With Agent Mode, ChatGPT can now do all that for you. It has built-in tools that let it autonomously browse the web, run code, and even connect to third-party apps. So you can give it a high-level task like plan and book my weekend trip to Abuja, and it will go out, compare flight prices, check hotel availability, and could even book an Uber to the airport for you, all in one continuous action. So why does this matter? This is a massive shift. We are moving from a passive AI that just gives you information to an agentic AI that performs tasks in the real world. It's like graduating from a research assistant to a full-blown executive assistant. Next, the AI race isn't just happening in Silicon Valley. French startup Mistral is making huge waves with its latest release, Voxtral. Voxtral is a family of open-source audio models that can understand and transcribe speech in dozens of languages. And here's the kicker, they perform nearly as well as the big closed models from tech giants like OpenAI, Whisper, 11 Labs, and Google. We're talking about within 1 to 2% accuracy of OpenAI's Whisper, but at half the computing costs. Now, because it's open source with a permissive license, anyone can use it for free, even for commercial products. It's also optimized to run on smaller hardware like your phone or smart home devices without needing to constantly connect to the cloud. In the next couple of months, we're going to see a new wave of voice-enabled AI, like AI agents and stuff like that, because of this new product launch by Mistral. So why is this so important? This breaks big tech's grip on high-quality speech AI. It supercharges everything from customer service call centers and in-car assistants to powerful accessibility apps for people with disabilities, all without a hefty price tag. In other news, Elon Musk xAI is officially going to Washington. xAI has just secured a massive $200 million contract with the US Department of Defense. They'll be providing a hardened, secure version of their model called Grok for government. This is not your standard Grok. This version will be air-gapped, meaning it's completely disconnected from the public internet for maximum security. It will be used in both classified and unclassified systems to help with tasks like sifting through huge amounts of intelligence data to identify potential threats or planning complex military logistics. This deal was announced alongside similar awards for Google, OpenAI, and Anthropic. So why does this matter? This signals an AI procurement gold rush. Governments around the world don't just want to use AI, they want to own secure, sovereign AI systems that they control completely. I think this is just the beginning, and if you have read Ian Banks' Culture series, you may notice a trend here that in the nearest future, we may have AI governance, where AI will begin to make some decisions for governments. Alright, let's talk robotics. How does a robot know where its own arm is in space? Usually with a ton of expensive sensors and LiDAR, but MIT just found a way to do it with just one camera. Researchers at MIT have developed a method where a robot learns to predict its own motion by simply watching itself. They call it a visual motor Jacobian field. Think of it like this. You know how to touch your nose with your eyes closed because you have an internal sense of where your limbs are. they've taught a robot to develop a similar sense, but visually. The most amazing part, it lands in a few hours, not weeks. In fact, in one demo, they taped a heavy wrench to the robot's arm to completely change its dynamics, and the robot adapted on the fly. This tech could slash the cost of sensors like LiDAR on a robot by up to 40%. This is a huge deal because cheaper, more adaptable robots are the key to mass adoption in the real world, from smarter factory arms to safer robots for elder care. Okay, if you're thinking that the Pentagon deal was big money, get ready for this. A brand new AI startup just launched with a record-breaking $2 billion seed round. The company is called Thinking Machine Labs, and it was founded by Mira Murati, the former CTO of OpenAI. Yes, that's OpenAI. With an initial funding of $2 billion and a valuation of $12 billion, they are aiming to build the next generation of multimodal agents. These are AIs designed to understand and interact using text, images, audio, and actions, making them far more capable than today's models. So what does this story tell you? It shows that venture capitalists are placing monumental bets not on established companies, but on small elite teams they believe can achieve the next big breakthrough. A few years ago, it's almost impossible to imagine becoming a unicorn during a funding round. One of the biggest weaknesses for humanoid robots is their battery life. They work hard and they run out of juice. Chinese firm UBTech has just demonstrated a brilliant solution. You are watching the Walker H2 humanoid robot performing a hot swap on its own battery. It walks up to a charging station, pops out the depleted power pack, and slides in a fresh one. The entire process takes under 3 minutes with no human help and virtually no downtime. And why is this a breakthrough? It solves the Achilles heel of humanoid robots, which is endurance. This enables true 24/7 operation. Sticking with robotics, do you need an engineering degree to program a robot arm? MIT says no. They've developed a new handheld controller that lets anyone, and I mean anyone, teach a collaborative robot or cobot a new task. Want the robot to pack chocolates into a box? You just grab the controller, physically guide the arm through the motions, and make little tweaks on the fly. That's it. No complex coding required. They field tested it with factory line workers who mastered it after just a 1-hour lesson. There are 3 ways to train this robot. You can do it with remote control, you can do it by manually moving the robot's arm, or you can do it by detaching the arm, performing the motions, and reattaching the arm. Either way you do it, within hours, the robot masters this motion and can now perform it on its own without any coding. This is a big deal because it democratizes robotics. It takes this powerful technology out of the hands of giant corporations and makes it accessible for small and mid-sized businesses, the ones who can't afford to hire expensive robotics specialists. This breakthrough also makes the prospect of mass adoption of humanoid robots in our homes, because teaching it to do tasks within the house becomes much more easier. And finally, a story about the business of robotics. The company behind some of the most viral robot videos is getting ready to hit the stock market. Unitree Robotics, the Chinese maker of the xAI humanoid and the Alien Go robot dog, has started the process for an initial public offering or IPO on the Shanghai exchange. This means they are preparing to sell shares of the company to the public. So if you want to get into robotics and you trust Unitree, this may be an opportunity for you to grab their shares. So they plan to use the funds to build out mass manufacturing lines, and they are poised to become the first pure-play humanoid robotics company to go public. And that's a wrap for this week. From AI agents that work for you to robots that can work forever, the pace isn't slowing down, and neither are we. Next week, we are keeping a close eye on some fresh AI benchmarks expected from Meta and the rumored reboots of Boston Dynamics Atlas robots. Until then, drop your favorite story from this week in the comments below, hit that like button if you learned something new, and please subscribe so the algorithm keeps sending you the good stuff. I'm Emma, and this is Gemma, and I'll see you in 7.